Hi all, very good morning. My name is Rajesh Kumar. Today I'm going to discuss a book, a non-fictitious book, which have rocked the world. So without wasting time, directly I want to let you go you all to book. Today I'm going to discuss a book written by C.K. Prahlad and Stuart L. Hart, The Fortune at Bottom of Pyramid. I'm sure might be a lot of people here in mid of you all previously have heard about the book because this is the book which has rocked the world. At starting up 20th century, somewhere in 2004-5, Dr. C.K. Prahlad, who is a professor in a prestigious university somewhere in Oxford, put forth, present the fortune at bottom of pyramid. The theme of the book is eliminate the poverty and enhance the sovereignty. If we'll consider few prominent reader to the lens of entrepreneurship, then Bill Gates have said, Fortune at Bottom of Pyramid is a book which represents the blueprint of modern economy and which shows the path of sustainability along with profitability for world businesses. And his this creature, the Fortune at Bottom of Pyramid, C.K. Prahlad and Stuart L. Hart advocated a consensus foreign companies to focus on bottom of pyramid. Means 4 billion people, approximately two-thirds of total population who are living under below poverty line or living in bottom of pyramid. Because mostly if we consider top 200 MNCs across the globe, then approximately in 280 to 90 MNCs are from United States of America and rest 40-45 are from Japan. Rest approximately 60, 70, 75 MNCs. This year whole world's contribution. So moral of the story is Dr. C.K. Prahlad suggests to these companies which were not focusing on these chunk of people, like people who are living in bottom of pyramid, their customer at all. The reasoning behind that is neither the companies consider these 4 billion people either as a their prospect because of neither they have resources to purchase their product nor they have a whim to use their company's product because they have somewhat uh, exception in their mind. These companies neither have neither participate in product selection of those companies, neither have that appetite, that wealth to go for these companies. Then Dr. C.K. Prahlad suggests to these companies, okay, these companies' fortune also will remain in bottom of pyramid. Rather than going ahead, I'd like to illustrate here what is pyramid. Pyramid is actually a structure, triangular structure, which size from in bottom is higher as far as it will grown up, its size start diminishing, and at the end, it's finished as a point. So he have divided these whole structure, which is called pyramid, in four parts. First was from upper, is less in area. He have given name of tier one. Then slightly area get enhanced. He has given tier two, tier three. Then at bottom, which is where area is much higher, he has given name of tier four. Either you can say section one, section two, section three, and section four. In section one, Dr. C.K. Prahlad put in those few fortunate people across the globe, which were very less in number, but they was very financially strong. They was having plenty of money, plenty of resources to fulfill their needs. As far as he considered one of the prestigious market, one of the greater prospect people of United States of America. On second spot on your fancy tier 2, Dr. C.K. Prahlad take under consideration those people who are poor people of developed countries are those people as far as developing countries is concerned higher middle class who were growing. He considered section 2 and section 3 means tier 2 and tier 3 those people poor people of developed countries and emerging middle class of developing countries. And tier 4, Dr. C.K. Prahalad considered those people who are not that privileged to have everything to fulfill their living standard. They have put in these people under tier 4. This is the tier 4 which was consisting majority of population approximately 4 billion people across the globe, approximately two-thirds of global population. So as per United States of America minimum income criteria for living a decent life in a developed countries almost 20 years prior as per purchasing power parity, their minimum income should be $1,500. So unfortunately, I will consider current market scenario, then one-sixth people of the total global population are surviving where their minimum wages, their minimum income, approximately one-sixth of people of globe is less than $1 per day. Then of course if not is their income, then from where they'll generate money to purchase these companies who are top 200 companies across the globe. So Dr. C.K. Prahalad says these companies should focus to cater their product and services on BOP, on bottom line, to these 4 billion people also by substituting inexpensive quality product, cheaper product with good quality. Somewhat at this juncture, he has advocated about enhancement of social entrepreneurship and he suggested these companies, these 4 billion market could be here by selling unit. They are not going to get profitable, but just because of huge potential, just because of huge number, they will they will get profited by selling product in bulk. So in a bulk they will receive profit from a single line, single product, single unit might be they'll get less profit, but overall volume is much more here. So overall they'll get profit just with the volume. And all these journeys start post Cold War when the Soviet Union and its allies along with Russia, China, Latin America opened their borders for the global people, for the global economy, and it was a privilege for us. We will discuss in second unit. We have decided to discuss this book into two parts. So first part is only till here. Thank you till there. Bye bye. We'll see you all very soon. And part second of the fortune at bottom of pyramid.